All right, so we decided that there's the cream has risen to the top in terms of ownership in the Sofa Fantasy Football League. I mean, you see some guys like me, obviously, who have been post to post winners, top predictors of talent, handsome, intelligent, everything, right? Has got it all. But there have been other people who started off with massive disadvantages, bad parenting, inadequate withholding fathers, all kinds of things, really a lack of talent, intellectual and physical, but they have rebounded. And those people need to be singled out and given a kind of most improved player awards, that kind of thing. Is that fair?
Yeah, of course. Rising from the ashes, you could say.
So we're going to take a look here at one of those owners, and let's take a look at let's take a look at a history first, and you might be able to do you might be able to go from there and see trades, because not trades, there weren't that many trades. There was one trade of note this year, right? One big trade. But from the perspective of the team. So we'll start off with week one, and we're talking, of course, about the Steel Shades, helmed by Frazier, Lewis, O'Leary, the fifth generation, 5.0.
Of course.
So
yeah, and I'll have you know, I mean, I was in on him early this year, right? It was tough love at the beginning, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I knew there was something there. Remember?
Oh yeah.
It might have been week 5 when I said this dude's going to win the whole league.
That's right. That's right. Week 2, week 4, we had that unpleasantness, the strike in week 3, but week 4, I believe, you were down on him, and he there were some timing issues. You were complaining. He still had 6 minutes on the clock, and you were complaining about why is the pick not in. But I'll tell you what, Superboy. Sometimes, it's like Mike McCarthy this week. You're putting up some bulletin board material, but who does it motivate, right? It motivates your team, and that's what happened with the Steel Shades. They let go of some of their laziness, some of their Chase Claypool showboating. And they came in here and they turned the season around. But let's start before we talk about the.
So you're giving half the credit to me, right? Is what's happening here.
I think, listen, you don't get water without H and O, right? So so we got the Steel Shades week 1, coming in. Tell me what you see here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, basically, it looks like 2 of his players performed and literally no one else did, right? Oh, Tanyan. I had him in one of my 2 leagues too. I mean, what a disappointment. Yeah. I mean, I think he just kind of ran into, there's that double tight end team in Skins Forever back when he still gave a damn. This was just one of those weeks. Week 1 is just a total crapshoot. Everybody has some list from a magazine that they printed out or whatever, and nobody really knows. Tanyan preseason was, he's going to be a top 10 tight end. He scored 9 touchdowns last year. He's probably not on a single roster anymore. Mostert, big talent, always gets hurt, and that's exactly what happened. And so I don't fault him for losing this game at all. It's just week 1, you put out the guys you drafted early and hope they did it, and this just didn't work out. Yeah. But
what is interesting, obviously Mahomes, we'll see in a second here, Mahomes ran into some headwinds, but if you look at the top of his roster down to Justin Jefferson, I want to say that's his same roster. He picked talent that he held on to, you know,
Yeah.
and with Mahomes, I mean, not that you're going to drop Mahomes, right?
Right.
But and he did bench Mahomes a couple times, which obviously got Mahomes' attention. But
Mm.
you know, I think that speaks to his draft acumen.
Yeah, he had a good draft. I mean, the ability to get those first 5 players all in the draft is a real I mean, that's a real feather in your cap. It kind of says something about the other 7 guys in the league that he was able to get those 5 players
Yeah.
In the draft. And then of course, look, there's a little bit of luck in there too, right? The guy who drafted McCaffrey didn't make a mistake. He just got unlucky.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, same thing, right?
Yeah.
So there's some good luck in there too. All 5 of those guys are now healthy and they're all still performing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, to have those 5 guys as the core of your team is a big reason why I've been behind them all year.
So let's look at week 2, because we know he was, I think he might have been on a streak, if I recall correctly. I think he lost, you know, 5 in a row or something like that. Now, this one, obviously, you know, this is a lot.
Wrong game, buddy. Wrong game.
Oh, I was about to say, because I don't remember ever beating him. But I was going to get excited.
He's a hard luck loser, right? This one is just, he lost, but he had 122 points. It would have been good enough to beat almost anybody in the league. But not believe land, not on this day.
Right.
And you know, there it is. I mean, Aaron Jones putting up 34 from the running back position. It's tough to overcome that. You can see Frazier himself had 6 players who put up 10 or more points. And so, you know, you could start to see here that, you know, he would be formidable over time. Again, it just wasn't his week. There's just too much explosiveness on the other side, you know, this one day. And well, so, now, you know, you're starting 0-2 and you're starting to doubt yourself. But fortunately, he stayed the course.
Well, now I will call this. Now, you also see down here, Cooper Kupp put up 28. So that's obviously solid, but I do question this. I mean, Jarvis Landry put up 0, right?
Yeah.
If Jarvis Landry puts up 9, he wins this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'd have to go back and see what was going on with Jarvis Landry. Was Jarvis Landry injured? Was Jarvis Landry, you know, questionable? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm too tired to figure that out right now.
That's fair.
But yeah, I mean, 122, most weeks you expect to win. It's just the luck of the draw in week 2.
Yeah. Again, this is back when.
Oh, look at this. That's filthy. That's just filthy right there. That was the week I missed, huh? 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, comes from behind. Look at, see, yeah. I mean, what a great little algorithm they have for that, right?
Absolutely. And squeak, not eek, but squeak.
Squeak.
And look at this one.
Hole gets bigger. Well, I mean,
and by the way, I don't know if you saw this. Tanyan last week put up 11.
Yeah.
So he left him in. He got excited, and he left him in. He didn't make the change. And look at the Buccaneers defense, 0. Now, you can't do anything about that. That was just a bad week, I guess, against LA. Though I don't remember them losing badly to LA. I don't understand what happened there.
Yeah, I forget. But I mean, what is a 1-point loss? He keeps running into these multi-touchdown running backs like Zeke there.
Yeah.
In the first running back slot. Yeah, I mean, you put up 2 zeros. That's pretty tough to overcome, isn't it? But again, 105, you go back up, that would have been good enough to beat, you know, about more than half of the other teams in the league. And he's just got a tough strength of schedule right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you can look at the standings as of like through the end of 3 weeks. Steel Shades is probably top 2 or 3 in points,
Yeah, I don't think so.
but 0-3.
Yeah.
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 So just bad luck. Fortunately, it's a long season. And in week 4, it happens again. It happens again. It happens again. He outscores everybody, including you, including Cleve, including the finger guy. And it don't matter because that's not who he's playing. He's playing Mark. And Mark's got
Mark.
Wire to wire. Look at that. It was wire to wire. Just I wonder if that's said in the paragraph. Can we get the paragraph?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. What? Hold on. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't think I can refresh. I think I have to go switch to another week and then come back. Hold on.
I mean, that was wire to wire.
That was wire to wire.
But that's going to happen when there's 150 points scored against you. Whoa. It's a real problem, Frazier.
Weak.
What if you click the box score? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, simple would be fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tyreek Hill. Yeah. Now you see, now he's starting to experiment with other tight ends. He's got Higbee in there. Didn't help him too much. Wouldn't have mattered. Higbee would have needed to score 50 for him to win this one. Oh, Bills D putting up 23 against you. You just tip your cap and move on at this point. But again, 116. He's a sleeping giant at this point. 0-4. But y'all were scared of him. You were.
Nope. Nobody wanted to play him. Nobody wanted to play him.
They wanted no part of Frazier the Fifth. No part.
Now the question is, I don't think it was here yet. We'll have to go back to your analysis, but I think it's probably week 5.
Yeah.
That you started to really appreciate.
When did I have your analysis? What's that?
Your the actual week and the analysis where you started to say something about it. We'll have to pull that in.
It was a Fletch joke.
I know it was a good one. I just didn't know if you got it. Sorry. Thunder from Down Under, by the way. Now you got to sit there and you know what matchup you're salivating for in the Super Bowl. Now, again, I will say that I've shown up periodically. In fact, I think I showed up this week with 152.
Yeah.
But look at the Steel Shades this week. I remember this week because he was riding high and he was talking about how he was going to score the highest point total ever. And not only did Thunder from Down Under beat him, but his dad beat him. Yeah. And once it goes boom, put up 144. This was a week for the ages.
Yeah. And at least here, the right teams won.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. This was not one of those schedule whoopsies where the guy who scored the second most just happened to be playing the guy who scored the most. This one, the top 4 guys put their foot down, right? And that's what happened here. Overcoming 35 from Josh Allen when Mahomes didn't have the best week himself. That's an impressive result. And this one, you just felt good for the guy to finally get off the schneid. He had deserved it way before this, but he picks up his first win. And fortunately, with the length of the season, there's no hole too big for a team like this, with stars up and down the lineup. Yeah.
And this looks like a wire to wire too, which isn't surprising, beating by 31, but that was a wire to wire win as well, or barely, almost.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. So great game, and coming into getting into the match, starting to see sunlight. He's starting to feel his oats. All the cliches.
Yeah. And at this point, if you're one of the guys who caught him at the beginning of the season, you're feeling good because you want no part of this, right? Just stay away. It's here he grabs 7. Very exciting result here in week 6. He gets out of the cellar.
Yeah,
He
out of the
gets out of
cellar. And a reasonable performance. Had a 0 from Tyler Boyd, who I don't believe is on his lineup anymore. Yeah, I mean,
You're looking at the wrong team, brother. He's on the left.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
then
he keeps trying new tight ends. This time it works. Fant for 17.
I think, and I think if I recall correctly, Fant was your suggestion.
Could be. I remember using his name.
Yeah.
Before. Here now you can see he's got Dalvin Cook, which honestly, in retrospect, that trade turned out to be pretty even. Cook's a better player, but then Cook got hurt and Patterson just kept performing. So yeah, I mean, this is just a good solid win. One night when you score 119, you feel like you should win.
Yeah.
And that's what he did here. So we go to week 7. Okay, now it's a freight train, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here in a rivalry game, look at that, overcoming you in the 4 o'clock window. You got off to a quick start. Just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. Yeah, there he is. So that's clever, right? The Browns were having problems at running back. Both Chubb and Kareem Hunt were hurt or had COVID or whatever. He goes and he grabs the next man up. And Dearness Johnson rewarded for 22 points. And that's the difference here. He's combing the available players, picking the right ones, and and he deserves everything he's got.
All right. So now we're coming into week 8.
Yeah, I mean, they can't all be
home runs.
Yeah.
Oh,
rips apart. Yeah. So that's funny. Skins Forever swept him. I mean, Skins Forever was terrible, right? But it's just the way it goes, some weeks the bear eats you. I don't know exactly how they say
and I think
that.
It looks to me like Matthew Stafford. I'm not sure when he started subbing in Matthew Stafford. I don't know if this was a bye week.
And that wasn't a problem. 24.
No, he had a good backup. This could have been a bye week.
It had more to do with the other guy. It had more to do with the other guy.
Yeah.
But
71 doesn't win. I mean,
no.
71 doesn't win anywhere on this week.
No, it shouldn't. No. But that's okay. Although, boy, it would have been nice to get to 4-4. You get to 4-4 now, you start thinking about bye weeks and stuff like that. But yeah, he put up a stinker.
All right, so he's 3-5 at this point. Gets it out of his system.
Yeah. 41.
What do we think? What do we think the word is? I want to say feasts on. Feasts on. Squad. And he's moving up. He's in 5th place.
Now he's in playoff position. And I think he never relinquished it from here. I wouldn't think.
No, I don't.
But I mean, the story of this game is the other guy. I mean, 40. I mean, you got to try.
Kyler Murray. I got to believe that was a bye week.
No, he was hurt. He didn't play that game.
Odell Beckham's on a bye.
Yeah. This was just some charity. But everybody, gets a little bit of that sometimes. Mm-hmm. I'm sure everybody in the league had one of those wins where, man, I don't know if I deserved it, but the other guy sure as hell didn't. So, yeah, so you take it 4-5 up to 5th place. You even have a little bit of a cushion at this point. But you can tell now the 130s, 140s were not there, right? Cook, Cook and Mahomes, but they're back now. But at the time, it was a little dicey.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look. Week 10. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Workman, very workmanlike. I mean, look at the scoreboard, right? It was just a low-scoring week in the NFL. Only Thunder just eked out triple digits, right? Everybody else was grinding. It was a grind, you know. Rally, nice. Is that what really happened? If we scroll back up, is that what happened here?
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, they were right here. He had 2 to finish, and he was still with his last player took him over the top.
Yeah.
Now,
That's
is
pretty
Van
cool.
Jefferson, he got it with Stafford. He got 6 points or 4 points with Stafford.
Yeah.
So they were at, what is that? I mean, yeah, they were tied here, and that last touchdown put him over the top.
Right. Yeah, it was very workmanlike. And this, we're now getting to the beginning of the end of Long Stick. He never won again, and he's not gonna win again. And you could say that Stafford pass was the beginning of the end for the Stick. Yeah, you could say that.
You could say that.
You really could.
And now at this point he's in 4th place.
Stretch drive. Yeah.
Stretch drive.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at this.
Just keeps it going.
Well, look who he's playing.
No doubt. And here I will say we're probably I would say right here we're probably looking at a preview of the Sofa Super Bowl right here.
Wow. Well, you got to believe that, and I've got a squash, knocks them out of 1st place, and guess who swoops in?
Temporarily, yeah.
Oh, 3 weeks.
Yeah. It's pretty
temporary. So yeah, look right here. We're back to it. We're back to the main lineup.
Yeah, the big 5
with Dalvin Cook in there and all that stuff. So good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this was an uncharacteristic performance from Thunder, but I mean you have to take advantage, and that's what he did.
Yep. All right. Week 12.
And now at this point you're like, okay, I'm comfortable now. Like we're gonna get in. We're gonna get in. We rallied from the 0-4. We rallied from 0-4. Let's relax a little. Oh, and that's exactly what we did, right? We relaxed, and wow, 37. Who did that guy have? Is the finger Fournette? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and then look at his big 5,
Oh, yeah, just anemic right there.
Even Cook. You got a pretty good team when Dalvin Cook is in your flex position. But here, I mean, just too much finger to overcome. And honestly, at this point, he could relax because you and Thunder were out there pretty far, right?
Yeah.
He would have needed extraordinary events to occur, I'd say, to get a bye week. This one probably sunk any chance of that. But that's okay. I mean, if you think about it, all he has to do is to beat this anemic long stick guy in a scrimmage this week, and he's right where you are, right?
Right.
Final
right.
4. No problem. Relax.
All right. So then last week, he basically seals it. He probably already sealed it, like you said.
Yeah, he's got it. This is a clincher.
This is a clincher, I think. It also
he really he put Cleve up against it too, didn't he?
Yep, he sure did.
Yeah.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
He beats.
Okay, they were a little.
Yeah,
tired.
they got lazy there
lazy.
as well.
Yeah. Oh, this is when we got the Kadarius Toney experience. Good.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. Triple zeros from Cleve. Well done.
He needed a wake up call, and he got it in the form of a loss and a scolding from Superboy.
Yeah.
And then of course this one. Now I will say this is where that Dalvin Cook trade came back. He beat up the beautiful Tulips and expelled them from first place. And look at here, Cordarrelle gave me 11.
Did his job.
Dalvin Cook gave him 33 points.
Yeah. 22-point spread just on those two players. Of course, you take them away, you still lose.
But you give me Lamar Jackson. And we got some stuff.
Yeah, I forget what. He got hurt like way at the beginning of the game. Is that what happened?
Yeah, but be honest with you, it wasn't so way at the beginning. I mean, I think he had a quarter in, and he still was putting up 0 points. So he wasn't the second coming on that game.
Yeah, but they mounted that comeback. They still lost in the end. But
Chad Huntley would have put up 30 points. You know that Lamar Jackson would have.
Yeah, but I still, I like this. I do like you got Javonte. That was good. I was screaming for somebody to pick him up. You got 20 there. But you know what? This isn't about you. This is about a Cinderella story here with the Shades. So what's that? 7-2 finish, right? 7. He started 0-4, or no, 8. What did he finish? 8-2 finish. 8 of the last 10, right? 8 and 6.
Yep.
Yeah. It's one of those where if the race was just a little longer, he would have run right past Dad. But that's okay. He'll still get his chance to do that next week, probably.
That's right.
In the 2 versus 3 semifinal game. Because as mentioned, Long Stick has no shot. Okay.
I think I may have 2 Christmas presents here. One for Long Stick and one for Brady.
All right.
All
I
right.
hope I'm not wrong though.
Oh yeah, that's fair. We can edit it out. All right, Superboy. Well done. Any parting words to Frazier?
Well, I think I really feel like he and Thunder are going to have a date. But we'll worry about that when it happens. You know what? We'll worry about that when it happens. One game at a time. Take care of business. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. And we'll see everybody next week. Great job, man. I mean, you got a real strong team. Fantasy football is weird, though. Just sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes Fournette scores 37. And that could happen, but I don't think so. I think he's going to finish the job.
All right. Excellent. Thank you, Superboy.
Take care now.
See ya.
See ya.